Hey, all my funky junk friends. How are you guys today? I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. What do we call today? We call today hump day, hump day, hump day. So I'm trying to unpin this comment so I can pin a different comment on here real quick. Give me 2 seconds, ladies. Right there we go. Woohoo! Did it. Hello! Hey! How are you guys? Today I'm presenting for Craft Around the Clock, so that's exciting stuff. You guys, how are we doing? It's Wednesday. It's the 17th. It's halfway through August. School, I think, started on just about everywhere, so come on fall, right? Come on fall, come on the cooler weather, football games, fun stuff like that. Getting all into full swing of the kids back to school and all that kind of good stuff. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Michelle. Hello, Jackie. Good morning. Hello, Penny. Hello, everybody. All right, you guys. Now, you guys are going to be tired of seeing these signs, but one day last week, we did these backgrounds on these door tags, okay? And it was just like it was live for about a half hour, so I only got this one done. And then we, the other day, we put this on the back. And as I was putting this together, and I was getting ready to, I think the way that I would hang it on my door is probably like this. Right before I got ready to start gluing that, I was like, oh, hello, Miss Tracy. I was like, no, wait. Look at this. We have this surface back here. Why not put something on that side too, right? So this is what I've decided. I think that we're going to do the backs of these, kind of this little bit of the same idea of the other side, but we're going to put fall on there. So I'm going to take these off right here, and let's get started. So now, you guys, I work third shift, and I have been up all night long. So I am going to write a note because I know what's going to happen. I'm going to get halfway through this, and I'm going to forget what I'm doing. Okay, so I want the main part on the back part. So I want the welcome on the back of the miscellaneous side. I'm gonna lay that right there. That way when we get to painting this, I don't mess it up. I don't mess it up and put it on that and then it'd be behind, all that kind of stuff, because that would not surprise me at all if I did something like that. Now I went ahead and pulled this back out, you guys. I haven't even cleaned it yet. Shame on me, because we have all these pumpkins on this side. And I'm thinking the background could be these pumpkins on this other one, kind of like what we did on the other side. So we'll do that in just a minute. And then I have to decide what we want to put on the main board. Do we want to say, hello, pumpkin? Or do we want to put welcome? Or it's fall, y'all? I don't know. Or hello, fall. We even have a hello, fall in there. I don't know. What do you guys think? I have welcome on the other side for Halloween. So this is kind of going to be a Halloween one side, fall the other. Thank you for the stars, Miss Lisa. How sweet of you to send stars. So, see, we have this. Look at this, with that little squirrel and the little nuts and stuff. Now, the bad thing about this is my background for the other side, I was going to do pumpkins. So, because I was originally thinking that I was going to use the Hello Pumpkin. But I kind of like that squirrel. I don't know. Let's see. Or we could just put Hello Fall on here. You guys, let's look at, I'm going to look at this Hello Pumpkin. You guys are going, why didn't you think about this beforehand? Well, I don't know. Had too many ideas in my head of what I wanted to do. So, see, we could put this Hello Pumpkin on here. And see, now look, you guys, this stencil doesn't quite fit on this board right here. You see that? The H would be cut off because of the way that goes. All right, but that's all right. What we can do is we can put pumpkin on here, and we can actually put the hello right here. Nobody will know. Who's going to know, right? Who's going to know? I think we're going to use that one because I really want to use the pumpkins in the background. And we might even put this in the background on that. Okay? So let me sit this stuff down here out of my way. And I'm going to pull this up. What we're going to do is we're going to get some orange stain out. I'm going to go right over the top of these with my orange stain. I don't know how dark it's going to end up being. I'm not for sure. But what I'm thinking is we might then stencil this in white and then this in black on top and then do our pumpkins over here. So let's just get started. Let's get started. So I'm going to shake this up. Don't look at my face jiggling while I shake this up. So has anybody got anything fun going on today? Anything exciting or anything happening in your life today? Let's see. We have my cricket group. We meet tonight at 9 o'clock, and we're going to be doing garden flags. If you're interested in that, go join Cricket with Funky Junk. And it's a free group, and we just play around and learn our cricket. Learn our cricket. So does anybody know where she gets her stencils? Sorry if I missed your comment on that. My stencils come, look at this glove, you guys. It doesn't have a thumb. It's got a big hole for the thumb. Isn't that funny? I'm going to put it on anyway. And I'm just going to have my thumb out. Then my thumb will be the only thing that gets dirty. That's fun. I use Essential Stencils. If you go to the top of my page, my link tree is right there. You can go to Essential Stencils right from there. But if you just go there, you can use my code, FunkyJunk, all one word together, and you'll save 10% on the stencils. If you decide to join the Stencil of the Month Club, which they have the Stencil of the Month Club, it is a different website, but it's stencilofthemonth.com. But your first month with the code FunkyJunk, you can save 50%. Now, I am frozen on my iPad, but it could be my iPad. Let's see. Yeah, because my Wi-Fi might be on. So let's see. There we go. So let's hope I'm not frozen here. So anyway, so here I have this beautiful Minwax stain right here. And I had it tinted this beautiful orange. Minwax stain you can have tinted multiple colors. They have over 200 colors to choose from. And you can get it tinted just about any color. Now, if you notice, you guys, because I'm going over that black, this isn't a very vibrant orange, okay? So we're probably going to put 2, maybe even 3 coats of stain on here. But I'm going to put this coat on, and we're going to stop, and we're going to let it dry a little bit, and then we'll put another coat on, because I'm putting stain over stain. Okay, so when you stain your boards, it doesn't seal your boards, but it kind of puts a finish on them, so they're kind of like sealed. They feel so, shiny and stuff like that. So they feel shiny. That was kind of a weird way to say that. Feels like it has a sheen on it, I guess I should say. So since the black is already dried on here, we're probably going to have to put a couple coats on here. But that's all right, because the stain dries really fast, and we should be okay. If not, it's still got an orange tinge to it, so it's just not a bright, bright, bright orange. And if we don't like it after we put the second coat on, we'll grab some orange paint. We'll do some orange paint, right? So there's always more than one way to get the thing that you want. You just got to work at your background. So, and if you follow me, you know that I absolutely love doing backgrounds. So we will just play with this until we get it how we want it to be. Right? Right? So, you guys, we got some fun stuff going on here at Funky Junk Inspirations. Here in about a month, you guys, I am collaborating with 3 other creators, and we are coming up with a Halloween decor box that you'll be able to get. We have one lady that does finished products in there, and then there will be 3 DIYs in there, so that's going to be fun. That's coming up here on Funky Junk. Hello, Kim. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Okay, so let's try another layer of this orange on here. And like I said, if we don't think it's orange enough, we'll get the paint out and put the paint on top. It's not a big deal. So we'll see if it gets a little more orangey. And it is. It's probably still not quite the bright orange that I was looking for, but I think it'll be just fine. So it kind of gives it a grungy look. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a little bit of grunge happening here. So there we go. And see, I'm looking at my iPad again, and I am froze. You guys, am I freezing on you guys? I sure hope I'm not. I hope I'm not. Something funky's been going on lately, and been having trouble with freezing. I don't know what it is. I don't have my Wi-Fi on. We don't have very good Wi-Fi. We live out in the middle of the country, so I've always gone live on my data. But something weird's been going on. And it might be my iPad. It might be my iPad. You're not freezing, just a little blurry. And see, I've noticed that a lot watching a lot of the other creators. A lot of people have been a little blurry and stuff. So maybe it's just something going on in the universe. Maybe it's something going on in the universe. Thank you, Sydney. Just a little blurry. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Hey, you guys, you see next to Sydney's name, she has this little green, like, badge that has a little heart in it. Sydney is one of my subscribers. I have a subscription group. It's linked, it's pinned right there at the bottom. Or you can just hit the green square or the green badge at the bottom of your thing. And the way the subscriber group works is it's $1.99 a month. You pay for that the same way you pay for stars and stuff like that. But what is cool about the subscribers group is you get exclusive content. You get exclusive content, exclusive deals, and stuff like that. When I go live, it's just you guys. On the page, you just still go to the page. There'll be a subscriber hub, but it's only $1.99 a month. You can set it up however you want, but I chose to do the $1.99 a month because, you know, it's not about the money. It's just about having supporters and doing some fun things. So that's the way that I set it up there, and I would love it if you join that, because we do some fun stuff, and we make mistakes in there. Either today or tomorrow. It depends on what else. It'll probably be tomorrow. We've got a lot going on today. Tomorrow I'm going to go live in this supporters group because I made some boo-boos on my laser, and we're going to fix it and make it work on that. So, you know, because, yeah, I got a new laser and I messed up. I forgot to set the depth just right, and so it didn't go all the way through. So we're going to just do that on there. Now, you guys, that's pretty darn dry. It's not perfectly dry. But I'm going to take this black and just do what we do and just add a little bit more black on top. I don't know that I really need to do a lot, but I do want to go around the edges at least a little bit to give it some definition on the edges and stuff. Now look, see, I left this sponge out and it's gotten a little hard right there. So it still works, but it's a little hard. So you can use these over and over and over again, but once they get to where, you know, they're crunchy, you ought to toss them. But if you would keep them in a plastic baggie, which I normally do, I don't know why I left this one out, but if you keep them in a plastic baggie, they will stay a little bit longer. Now I'm just going around my edge here because I got a little orange going on the edges, and I have no orange on this side. So I don't want you to be able to see the orange from the other side when it's out. Plus, when I go along there, see how it just kind of gives it a little bit of an edge on there? So, oh, geez, I'm stuck. I'm black and you're all clear on this side. Awesome. Your sound is cutting in and out, so maybe you can write something on your pages. Okay, I can do that. Yes, I actually do have a post on there. And you know what? It could be my mic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that right there, and I will just unplug my mic, and my mic is causing my sound to go in and out. Because I don't know. I'm sure you can still hear me. It'd just be a little bit different sound. But anyway, so I just kind of wanted to give it kind of a look of, you know, like an edge on here. You see what I'm saying? Kind of like, I don't want to go directly on there with the stain because I don't want a big blob of it on there. But see how I have orange right there on that side? And with this side being purple, I don't want that. So I'm kind of going over that. But it does outline the outside edge of this side too. So just to add a little definition, depth, I guess you could call it. Okay, now I'm going to take this same sponge and I'm just going to go kind of over it just a little bit with the black, just to add some more of the black back in there. Not a whole lot, just a little bit. Like I said, just gives it a little something to go for. Now, when you're doing this with your stain and stuff like that, and you don't like how it's looking, like see I got a little too much black on there. Let's throw the lid around. Right, there we go. Let's wipe this off. There we are. Set that over there. I'm going to take my orange right back here, and I'm just going to kind of wipe it over it again. And that just kind of goes over where that black was. That was a little bit dark. But see, it just kind of gives it a little something extra right there. So plus going back over this, I got back to some more orange. I got some more orange on here. Orange. Anybody else say orange funny? I feel like I say it funny. I don't know if I do or not. I don't know. Yes, people have been saying that they've been having trouble with that. Where'd I get the Halloween stencil? Essential Stencil. I love Essential Stencils. They are my favorite stencils. What's nice about them is they're nice and thick. They're washable. They're reusable. And as long as you take care of them, you're good as gold. They will last and last and last. Now, look what I'm doing. I have got black on my thing here, but that's okay. It's not going to be a big deal. But I need to wipe that off my table right here, or I'm going to have it all over the place. So, it's going to be one of them days, you guys. It's going to be one of them days. I'm going to take this off right here. Okay, so I want to get this one... I really want to get this one dry because I want to do it first because it's the Hello Pumpkin side. So, hello Caroline, you're never late. You're never late. We're all here. We're just playing. All I've done is I put some orange stain on top of these. I think you've seen me do these just so that we have fall on this back side. So while that's drying there, I'm going to pull out, I'm going to use this Waverly chalk plaster. I use the Rust-Oleum chalk paint a lot, but I'm going to use this today because I kind of want it to be a little bit off-white, you know, not bright white. So, now your stain will feel sticky when it's still a little bit damp, but, and always remember when you're stenciling, you guys, if you don't get your background completely dry, all right, when you stencil, because you're adding water and this stain is water-based, sometimes it'll mix in a little bit. Sometimes that's not a good thing, and then other times it doesn't really matter. So if you were doing this and you were not live, you could get this background all on here and then sit it down and let it get good and dry. So, you know what I'm saying. Get good and dry, and then the next day, yeah, that's how I do it. The next day, do your stenciling on there. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, you guys, I'm going to put these pumpkins on here. See this little trio of pumpkins? Aren't they cute? That's going to go below my Hello Pumpkin. So we're going to do it in this off-white color, and then we're going to do the Hello Pumpkin in black. Let's see what it looks like, right? And remember, just like I say every time I stencil or do anything, I'm going to make a loud noise. I forgot to close the door, hon. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness, maybe. There we go. Don't worry if it's not how you like it, because you can always go back over it and sand it or whatever. Good night, hun. Love you. And redo it. My husband is jumping in bed. We both work midnight, so he just got out of the shower. There we go. All right, so here we go. Now I'm just going over this. I'm not going to try to get every single little spot. I'm just going to kind of go over it because this is kind of a background thing. It doesn't have to be, you know, real bright in color. I like to kind of have the wood showing through or whatever my background's still showing through the colors a little bit. So that's how I like to do this right here. Okay, so see how fast that was? It was so fast. I love cream, light green pumpkins. I also blues, make it your own. Yes. You know what? I have seen a lot of people do a lot of neat stuff with the navy blue and the orange and the greens and stuff. I'm going to be doing that. It's very pretty. Very, very pretty. But see how cool that turned out? See how cool that turned out? That's why I love these stencils. Look how fast that was. It's fast, it's quick, it's easy, and you've got a really cool decor item right here. Join late. She said where she bought the wooden tag. They're actually Essential Stencils too. They have the big door tags. They also have the smaller, like the 6x4 tags, I think they are. And they have these. I can tell you the size of these. You know, they sell tags everywhere. You could do these on the Dollar Tree tags too, that they have periodically. So, you know, you don't necessarily have to buy these tags. Essential Stencil does have some stencils that fit directly on these tags. They're tag stencils. So they're 16 by about 7. So, but even if it was narrower, it would still work. If it was longer, it would still work. So always remember that. Always remember that. Okay, so now we're going to go right over the top of this with pumpkin. Now see, if I put it down here, it's not directly in the middle of that pumpkin. The pumpkin's there. And I kind of want it to be kind of in the middle of it, right here. I'm just going to do it like this and put that, put it about right there. What's also nice about these stencils is you can see through them, and they're not sticky, so you don't have to worry about, you know, when you put it over the top of your other stuff that you paint, as far as like pulling it off or anything like that. Now, I know some people will spray it with the adhesive and stick it to stuff. I have never done that, so I really don't know if, you know, if that's hard to get off or anything like that. I don't have any idea. I usually either tape my stencil down or I just hold it with my hand. 9 times out of 10, I'm holding it with my hand. And most of the time, I don't have trouble with that. Now, occasionally I do, but most of the time I don't. So when you're getting your paint, you just want to get a blob of paint on the end of your brush, and then you want to work it in a circular motion. I'm just doing it on top of a piece of foil right here. And what you're doing is you want to work that paint up in your bristles right there, because you don't want the paint sitting on the ends. Okay, this helps with the bleed through and stuff like that. Just work it up in there. You want the end of your bristle to be extremely dry. Now, if you don't feel like you got all of it off, get you a paper towel and just dab it some more. It's always better to do multiple layers than to try to get all your paint down at one time. Okay? Embrace a bit of the blur. You guys, I love, thanks Lisa, I love stencils. I mean, I just really do. I think that they're fun, and it's just an easy way to do something quickly, because to be honest with you guys, I like to do the background. The background's my favorite part. So then after I've done the background, it's like, okay, I want to get this done. No, I'm just kidding. But I just, you know, I like playing with them and using them different than how they are meant to be a lot of times. A lot of times I'll take a little bit off this stencil and a little bit off that stencil, and you can just do all kinds of fun stuff with them. You don't have to use them for how they're intended, I guess you would say, because I don't think they're really intended to be a certain way, but you don't necessarily have to use them the way that they show you on the packaging. Okay, because right here, we're going to take that hello and we're going to put it on this other part. Now look, I'm going to pull this up. Now, see that? That looks kind of cool. I kind of like that. Look at that. Pumpkin. It's kind of lost a little bit in the pumpkins because the pumpkins are so bright. But I still kind of like how it looks. I think it looks pretty cool. Okay. Now see, I don't even have to put hello on here if I don't want to, but we're going to. I'm going to just take my dryer real quick to make sure that these are good and dry so that when I rub my stencil across there, I don't smear my paint at all. So, and like I said, I kind of wish my orange was a little bit more brighter of an orange under there. But I don't dislike it. I just wish that it was a little bit more orange. Oh, I'll shut that off. But it's okay. I'm okay with how it is. So I don't know. Maybe we should just put hello right over here. Kind of like that. Or should we put it, you know, we could, I'm going to put it right here in the middle. Right here in the middle. So I'm going to just kind of go down on top of the pumpkins just a little bit right there. Now I don't want to get this swoop right here, and that O is pretty close, and so is the H. So I'm just going to put a little tape to cover that up. Get just a little bit more paint on my brush. Right here. And here we go. Just kind of holding it down. I like to go in a swirling motion. Some people like to go stipple like that. Some people like to use the makeup wedges. It's whatever makes, you know, whatever feels comfortable for you. You do you is what we always say, right? You do you. So look at that. Hello, pumpkin. That's kind of cool. I like how that looks. I like it. Okay, so this is going to be the back one right here. And we're going to put pumpkins all over it. We're just going to put the pumpkins all over it. Now, trying to decide, should we do the pumpkins in white or should we do the pumpkins? I think we're going to do them in black. I'm thinking black. What do you guys think? Should we do the pumpkins in white to cover this? Or should we do them in black? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Tell me in the comments what you think. Why I tape off all these bats and these witches hats so that I don't get those on here. Do you think, should we do them black or should we do them white? I'm thinking black. Black. Kim says black. Kim says black. Yeah. You work third also? Right. Yeah, it's early. Yeah, when I get off here, I'll take my nap, and then when the girls get home, we got all kinds of fun stuff to go do this evening. So volleyball practice. The youngest one has volleyball practice, and then she has softball practice after that because the middle school is doing like a little fall league, so they'll only play like 3 games, but they're practicing this afternoon. 3 or 4 different colors, white pumpkin and a little black. So do you guys think I should do some of them white and some of them black? Maybe I should do that. I've got both brushes out here, so let's just go. Let's put some black here. Maybe this one black. Now look, you guys, I'm not taping them off, okay? I'm okay with not taping them off. I'm just going to go over them, and I think we'll like it. And again, if we don't like it, we'll just redo it, right? We'll just sand it off and redo it if we want to. But see how I'm just going over it. I'm not adding more paint or anything. And I got some black ones on here. Now, let's go with some white ones. I'm going to put a little more white paint on my brush here. And I stuck it in the black. I think we might have to get a new one. Yep, I have to get a new brush out, you guys. Silly me. Stuck it right down in the black paint. Can't do that. Can't do that. So, let's get this worked up in my brush here. Oops. The thicker the paint, the better when you're stenciling. You can do it with the real thin, like the apple barrel paints and stuff like that. You just really need to make sure that you get the end of your bristles dry. That's definitely when I would want to use a paper towel, if I was using like the apple barrel right there. I am using Waverly chalk paint right now because it is real nice and thick. I usually use Rust-Oleum chalked paint. I use that a lot. But I will tell you, guys, a little secret. It's not really a secret. But I'll tell you, I'm going to do this one black right here. Kind of did every other one, so. You could take like your plaster chalk paint right here, or if you had some white chalk paint, and say you wanted a color that doesn't come in chalk paint, but you can find it in the apple barrel. You can mix them together, and then you've got a thicker paint if that's what you're looking for. So always remember that you can do stuff like that. It doesn't hurt to mix your stuff together and play around. You never know what you're going to find when you start playing around with your paints and stuff. You may come up with a fancy new color, and you'll be able to get a hold of the plaid company and say, look at this cool color of paint that I made. And then you're going to be a millionaire because they buy that color from you. Wouldn't that be fun? Wouldn't that be fun? Ooh, some teal would have been good on here too. Ooh, I wish I'd have seen that. But I didn't put teal on the other side. Teal would have been cool. Teal definitely would have been cool. Now see, I didn't make sure that every single spot of that was painted. But see, I think that is going to look pretty cool with the two colors on the Hello Pumpkin. But teal, man, oh man. I'm kind of thinking maybe we could. I don't know how well the teal would go over the black there. Poopy. Okay, I'm going to flip this around, and the reason I'm flipping it around is because that pumpkin is black. And if I would have put it on like this, that pumpkin's black. So then I'd have two black pumpkins right next to one another. Does it matter? No. No, it doesn't, you guys. It doesn't matter. Don't make a big deal out of it. But since I'm right here looking at it, I'm going to do it like this. Now, since I have my white brush already in my hand, I'm going to go ahead and do the white ones this time instead of doing the black ones first. So, and see, I'm kind of grabbing some other pumpkins that I didn't do before, it looks like. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I just can't see the paint through there very well. Because I thought I went over all of them, but they don't look like they have very much paint on them. I think it's just me. I think I just can't see it very well. So, anyway. But another thing that's nice about these stencils is, like I told you before, is they clean up so easy. Just some good old soap and water works. If you leave the paint on there, you might have to get a little help with some awesome. But some Dawn dishwashing liquid works good too, and it just wipes off. Now, I know a lot of people soak their stencils. I don't really ever soak mine. I just, when it's usually, most of the time, when I get off of a live after using the stencils, I'll go in and wash them off right then and there. Now, I didn't on this one the other day. I've been kind of being lazy about that. So I might end up having to put a little bit of awesome to get that off of there. But don't have to. Okay, so looky right there. Not cool. I think that's going to look cute. I don't want to lay that on there yet because I don't want to get it marked on the other side. You guys, I am very, very tempted to grab some of this. Let's try it. let's get this agave out and let's see what it's going to look like. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit myself in the nose with the paint. Okay, I'm going to, this is fairly dry, I'm going to just grab a piece of sandpaper right here, and I'm just going to very gently get the bumps down. Okay, get the bumps down right there. Okay, and here is what I am going to do. I'm going to take that stencil, and it's got black on it, so I kind of need to wipe it off. So I'm going to set that right there, and you're going to see how easy these are to clean off, because we're going to wipe the black off. And then we are going to kind of offset that. And then I'll do the same thing with the pumpkins if I run out of time. But I'll show you on this part right here. But see, I just put some water on there. See how easy these are to wipe off? Now, if you have a disinfectant wipe, it comes off even easier. But you do need to be a little bit careful when you're at these bridges, because you don't want to, I'm going to grab a disinfectant wipe because I have some right here, because you don't want to like bend your stencil. So you have to be careful. You can't just like wipe it off like you're scrubbing a pan in your cabinet, you know, in your sink. You've got to, I'm at the bottom, so I have really super wet of these, but see how easy this wipes off? Goes off real easy. But anyway, you got to be very careful with the with your bridges and your little points and things like that. So I'm just kind of wiping the black off so that we can go over it with the teal and it doesn't mix with the teal. So, because it definitely would mix with it, and that's not what we want. So, go right there. Let's go over this hello real quick. And, sorry you guys, I didn't think about that, but somebody said teal, and here we go. We got to add more color. Color, color, color. You know me, I love me some color. So, I think this will be cool. So I'm just going to dry that off, and I'm going to wipe my little glass mat here off. I'm going to wipe the back off here. Didn't get it perfect, but see, that was very simple. Now under running water, it's even easier to clean. So just remember that. And I'm going to pull this up here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this right down on top of where the pumpkin was. Okay? So right there, it fits into where the pumpkin was. So if I needed to re-stencil it, right here I could do it. You cannot see any of the underneath side in there. Okay? So now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to move that. I'm going to take my stencil and I'm going to move it where it's not where it's supposed to be again. Okay? I'm going to move down a smidge and over to the right, just a smidge. Not a whole lot. Now, because I don't want that to move, I am going to tape that. Because I really don't want that to move there, because I'm kind of giving it that kind of effect. All right, so let's get this out of the way, and let's get this agave out. I love this color, you guys. Absolutely love this color. And let me grab a brush right here, and we'll get some on our brush here. Now I'm hoping it's going to cover on the black real good. I don't know if it will. It might take a couple coats to cover over the black, but it might not. It might cover right over on it. So, okay. So now, here we go. We're just going to stencil again, and you guys will see the effect that this does. It kind of makes it look like it has a black shadow to it. Because it'll have the little black line to the side and the top, so it'll look like it has a shadow, so which is kind of cool. But I didn't even think about this teal color, and I hope they were talking to me. If they weren't talking to me about this teal color, well, you sparked some tealness in me, so I wanted to do this. So great idea. So look at that. Okay, ready? Look right there. Now that made the pumpkin pop out a little bit more. Doesn't that look cool? Right there. We can do the same thing with the hello if we wanted to. But I'm kind of liking, you missed the end of the P. It was off, it's off my thing. So with it laying on there, it looks like it, but it runs off of my tag, so I didn't do that there. So, but I think I got it everywhere else. But see how that looks? Isn't that cool? That's cool. We got to do it to the hello. We got to do it to the hello. I can't help it. Can't help it. I want to make sure it's dry. Right there. Now what I will do is I'm going to put the pumpkins back on there, and over a couple of the white pumpkins, I'll make them teal, is what I'll do. So we'll have the white, the black, and the teal pumpkins, I think is what I'll do there. Because they're kind of small to do this shadow effect on the pumpkins. I don't think that that would look quite right. It could be wrong, but... Okay, so remember how I went? I went down and over to the right. So I kind of want to go the same way, or it'll make it look funny. It'll be like, wait a minute, what? Where's the shading at? It's one way on one and another way on the other. So I think that just added a little something something there. Now you know what else would have been cool is the dark blue that everybody's doing for fall. Dark blue would have been good too. But I think this looks cool. I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. There we go. Just throw that down. So there we go. Hello, pumpkin. Isn't that cute? I like it. I like it a lot better. Don't you guys? And see how it's shadowed? It's shadowed on there. See, we've got this on the other side. So this is going to be cool. So let's see. How much time do we have? We have 5 minutes. Let's do a couple of these pumpkins, this teal color. And then I got to figure out which direction I was going. Right here it is. And slide this on here, and we'll do like, I don't know, 4 or 5 of these pumpkins, this teal color. Now I really want to get these lined up good because I'm not really going for the shadow effect here. I'm kind of wanting to recover it since we kind of changed our mind on how we're doing this. Now, some of this is going to be covered up because of the nature of the way that we're putting these door tags together. So now see that? It looks like I had way too much paint on my brush. I didn't like that. Okay, so I just kind of wipe it off and go again. Now, am I going to see some of the white under this teal? Yeah, I'm going to still see some of the white under the teal because you can't ever get them lined perfectly back up. That's kind of impossible to do. But you can get them pretty darn close. Okay, so now let's flip this around and let's do a couple of them over here. And so I think I'm gonna have to go back through my comments and see who suggested that because that was a fantastic idea. Fan-stinkin-tastic. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, because I'm really liking it. Really liking it. Because I wasn't real sure. I don't know if you guys could tell by my face, but it was like, oh man, I can't really tell that says pumpkin. You know, it was kind of blending into the pumpkins in the background. I thought, oh, I've made a mistake by putting that there. But now we've added that teal on there, and look at that. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. But I'm going to have to figure out who suggested that to me. Who suggested that to me? Okay, I'll put the lids back on this real quick. And I'm going to check my time. We got about 3 minutes. But see how fast that was? That's what's so cool about using the stencils and stuff. Because it's quick, it's fast, it's easy. It just takes a couple minutes. And you've got a work of art. A work of art. A work of art. I'm really liking it. So my iPad is completely frozen. Let's see if I can get it to re-come up here. And so I can see comments a little better. It's not going to let me. That's okay. So I'll look up here. Thank you, Paula. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's not coming up. So anyway. Okay, now since oh, look, I just smeared that. That's okay, though. Did you see I did that? Where did my, did I throw it in the trash? I did. Look what I can do. I can take my little wipe right here, and I can just kind of wipe that off. It's not a big deal. Just don't get into your paint more. So just wipe that off just a little bit. Right there we go. Nobody will know. Nobody will know. I know. Here, I want to hold it up and show you guys both sides. But I want to make sure it's pretty good and dry. Now, I'm going to show you guys up close and personal here. Okay, because you can see the white through there. Okay. So see like this pumpkin right here? See, you can still see that white on there. But that's okay. So, but see those? I think that looks really cool. Okay, so here's what we have. Here is what we have. I'm going to put these together. I'm not going to put them together right this minute because I will glue them together. Okay, so here we go. We have our welcome for Halloween right here with our purple and stuff. When Halloween's over, on October 31st at midnight, November 1st, boom, we're into fall. There we go. Not fun? That's cool. I like that. I think it turned out pretty cool. But I do need to let them dry real good before I hook them together because they're kind of sticky and the paint needs to cure and the stain needs to cure. So I think it turned out pretty good. You guys, and my time is up on Craft Around the Clock. I greatly appreciate you all being here. If you don't follow me, I hope that you, it does look 3D. I hope that you will follow us. I'll probably go live tomorrow in the subscription group and on the page. So we got all kinds of fun stuff going on here. Anyway, thank you guys for joining me today, and have a great day and an even better tomorrow. And I will draw names for every 10 eyeballs. I draw 2 names and put them in our prize bucket. And I'll do that here in just a second, and just from the comments, and get our prize bucket. Our prize bucket's pretty full, so we'll do that. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.